Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final days here at the StarLadder I-League Invitational Season 4 EU Qualifiers. I am Luminous, joined by Aosin, and this is Team Kinguin versus Double Dimension. We got the last semi-final matchup, best of 3, and then the winner of this series will go to the grand finals and face Penta. And we got a draft on the way, so let's get the show on the road. Steven, what do you got for us for the draft so far?
So far, pretty standard openings. I think like Air Spirit seems pretty standard. Elder Titan and Shadow Shaman, both of these heroes have been kind of like picking up in terms of popularity. I think I've seen a lot of ET since what it was at Summit, and I mean I really like this hero.
Yeah, we've seen ET kind of going to more of a 5. It really feels like an ogre in the sense where early game he could run in and punch really hard. Obviously not as tanky as the ogre, but at the same time Elder Titan is also not useless like 15 to 20 minutes in, so he provides a lot of mid-game impact. The scouting is very vital for Roshan fights. And speaking of Roshan fight, like taking Roshan versus an ET lineup is the most obnoxious thing ever, so it's a fairly strong hero.
Yeah, I mean if you get caught up by that stomp, it's like the worst thing ever. You're just stuck there, and you don't know what the team is planning to do, or if you're gonna be okay or not. So you get a lot of time when you're playing with an ET, whether it's trying to find a pickoff or defending your high ground, or even like sieging high ground. Like you just need to constantly scout with your spirit, like you said, and then wait for an opening.
So Team Kinguin picks up Clockwork as their position 3 hero. We've been seeing a lot of teams kind of trying the route of having Clock as more or less a suicidal core, and then you have basically a position 1 and 2 that will just carry the game. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think that's fine, but it's not like suicidal in the sense that you pretty much never farm, right? Like you still end up getting items with the Clockwork, and the Clockwork isn't that bad when it comes to farming because of what is it, the rocket talent? I don't do people still take the rocket talent, right?
I'm not too sure. What I mean by like a non-farming core is that, like, let's say you have like an offlane Slaughter or something, and he has a bad game. You know the team will give him space to at least get like Blink Force Staff. Whereas I feel like if Clockwork has a bad game, he hooks in and dies a couple times. I don't think the team is like, okay, you farmed a lane here, so.
Yeah. I mean that's true. That's just how Clockwork works. Like if you have a bad game, like you can still be impactful, but like the thing is all you really need is one item on Clockwork. If you have a Force Staff, great. If you have Blade Mail, great. Like you're gonna be useful even if you're behind.
Excuse me, I'm muting my mic as I cough and sneeze in the background. Still trying to recover from my sickness. It looks like we have a Medusa 4th pick and a straight up counter of the anti-mage. So Medusa did get quite a bit of nerf. Do you think, she's still the top tier hero, or teams already adjusting and not picking her?
That's actually a good point, huh? I actually completely forgot about that patch. I'm gonna go quickly take a look to see exactly what changed. I think like the mana talent got moved into the same bracket as something else that was important.
No. The mana talent stayed the same. I don't think they changed her talents. They made her strength gain a lot weaker. I mean, I probably should look it up before I talk out of my ass.
Okay, no, I see. I got it. So strength gain got reduced, movement speed reduced, talent reduced. I mean, this hurts her, but I think she's still extremely good.
Yeah.
Where did I hear that her mana talent got moved? Alright, doesn't matter.
I think you heard that her mana talent didn't get removed, because that's the one that everyone's bitching about, and it did not get changed.
It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, someone did the math, right? And it's like it's like giving her an extra 2,000 HP.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
But yeah, I think she's still a really strong hero then after looking at these changes. I don't think I mean, obviously, like anti-mage Beastmaster, really good against Medusa, but that's only if you can actually catch her out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like right now she has a team that can actually protect her.
Does she? Like, there's no really clear saves anywhere. There's only like 4 staffs. Ooh, is this a safe line Prophet? Yes, it is. Alright, this is a classic 4 protect 1 strategy from Team Kinguin. They're gonna just basically fight all over the place, and that suddenly explains why the Clockwork pick, right? It makes a lot of sense if you just want to fight. Clockwork and MPS cores are some of the best in business in doing so. They have very low stuns, they have very low lockdowns, but they're always gonna have a number advantage over Team DD, wherever they are.
I don't even think Medusa's that bad at fighting with them either. I think Medusa's actually pretty good at fighting early on, too. Well, we'll see. Like these 2 supports are really good if they get their level 6s quickly. But I mean, if they don't, like, there's that chance that this Beastmaster is gonna give them a lot of issues. It's gonna give Kinguin a lot of issues.
Yeah, and we're also kind of operating under the assumption that Kinguin will do fine in the laning stage. Can you paint a scenario where if Kinguin, like, let's say, loses 2 out of 3 lanes, I feel like their draft becomes really hard to play.
Oh yeah, definitely. If they lose the laning phase too hard, like they're just gonna get pressured once the laning phase ends, and Medusa's not gonna have the space to farm, and it's gonna turn into a Nature's Prophet split pushing game.
Yep. Which still might get there, but definitely not plan A. I guess MP safe lane. We have seen, I think, teams like Fnatic do it on Jackie Mao, but it's definitely not a go-to. But I think he still get the same item as an offlane Prophet, right? Just kind of like phase boots, Orchid, maybe stick a drum in there if you want to fight early, which this team does.
Yeah, I think that's like pretty standard. I think some of them also get Solar Crest.
Okay, yeah.
It's also really good. So we'll see what they decide to do with this Nature's Prophet. He's like pretty flexible. Oh, and by the way, it looks like mid Prophet.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. Trees blocking. That's cool. I guess between Dusa and Prophet, I mean, laning against Queen of Pain, it's about the same, I want to say. In fact, I think Dusa might be better off with a Snake.
I think the thing is, they're probably expecting a dual lane, and then Nature's Prophet is much better against a dual lane.
Oh, Beastmaster going for the pull with a Wild Axis, and now Cat Sword's going to come around. Orb of Venom Slow is going to be there. Nice body blocking. The roll turning around, and the Slow is going to pack in here. I think he might be fine. As I say that, though, the Mystic State is going to come out. The first Blood's going to go, and look at Nisha already porting back to T1, not missing a single CS. Yo, somebody shoot this clip to Jackie Mao. That shit was efficient.
Oh, he missed one right as he said that. But
I mean, come on. Still, though, that play.
It was a good play. It was a good play, for sure. But yeah, you see this mid lane? He's getting dual laned right now, and this is probably why they wanted to put the Nature's Prophet mid.
Sure.
Like, he can actually, you know, fight against the 2 of them if they try to bully him.
It's a little counterintuitive where he puts out trees and ET gets more damage, but then ET also has to tank the 2 trees running in, so...
He only has 3 armor. He's not gonna have a
Bottom
good time.
side, looks like we did see a kill going to the Shadow Shaman. He says help. There's no help for you, buddy.
I'm actually surprised that he died there. I wonder how that happened, because this Shadow Shaman doesn't have Shackle. Just zapped him to death.
Alright, I guess he just ate a bunch of Ethershock. Just got ran down. Oh my goodness, this lane is looking really rough.
Nature's Prophet doesn't need to get a bottle or any regen. He just teleports home and teleports back.
If you think about it, that's like half a tango in cost, but full HP, full mana. That's pretty neat.
That's pretty efficient too, if you think about it.
That's why I really want to see more like Kunkka, more Chens. Because I feel like they could do the same thing for the team as well. But
Man, this Elder Titan is so annoying. Like, he's got 100 damage, so he's just denying everything.
yep. Well, we talked about a lot what Kinguin's game plan is going to be. Can we talk about a little bit about Double Dimension? Like, what is their timing? What are they looking to do?
I think a lot of it is going to come down to the Beastmaster as well as the Queen of Pain. Like, they want to make it so that the Beastmaster, once the Beastmaster gets Roar, look at this, by the way. Is this how you play Beastmaster now? I haven't like seen him in a while, but no board, nothing, just axes and inner beast.
I wouldn't say this is the only way, but this is one of the ways. I think I don't know exactly when you go for this build versus a, the standard board build, but I do see players at least take 2 points. I don't think they take it more beyond that though.
But yeah, I think they just wait, hope on lane.
Yeah, looks like everything is missing from
Hardcore he
Cogscore.
missed. Yeah. But once the Beastmaster gets his level 6, Queen of Pain also gets his level 6, they're probably going to move around and make as much space as possible for their anti-mage.
Flo coming in here. Oh, the snake bounces. I like that. He went for the range creep first. Bouncing for the extra bit of damage. Eliza, please don't die to the range creep. Oh my goodness. He'll be fine.
He always does this. He just keeps baiting as a support. You remember yesterday when he was playing as Ogre? He would just trade until he's about to die. It's just a bait. He's very, very good at doing the quick math in his head. Oh, you didn't go for the... Oh, yeah, you're right, though. 2 points, and then... start putting points in the Call of the Wild.
Ooh, the board! Didn't get the extra hit off. Eliza's no fear, dude. Half HP, got boots. Smacking that board.
No points of cold feet either, just ice vortex. I think that was a big reason why they managed to kill him. Not only did they chain it really well off of the creep, but having that ice vortex adding up to quite a bit of damage. Is this the double stack? Double stack.
How do you double stack it?
You just hit it and then move left and hit the
Hit it
arrow.
again. Nothing special, just
Nothing special.
good timing. Well, as expected, the 2 carries are CSing magnificently. Anti-Mage slightly ahead, but Beastmaster having a little bit more of a rough time. Looks like Pato's barely surviving at that engagement bottom. It seems like both these teams have relatively similar timings, where they're gonna wait for the ult and fight, and now the creep waves coming in here for Exotic Deer. He's gonna die before he ports home. Good stun.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This Nature's Prophet is not doing all that well.
Dire's structure.
Oh, look at Excalibur, you see this?
Yep. Salves up, tanking for the siege unit. That is next level friendship. And then it dies anyways.
It did like 1 hit of damage. It was the glyph. Oh, stole the regen. Excalibur can't be happy about that one. Actually, he didn't even know about it.
Plato's gonna die to a Mana Void. Ooh, the jukes. Oh, the cogs. Oh my god. Yo, Rajix. I think he got greedy. He probably could have voided earlier.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Probably. I mean, you have to keep in mind, it really much damage.
Kotscore in a very awkward spot here. Could have rolled out earlier, and now he does. In fact, will TP.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's really unfortunate that Nature's Prophet wasn't 6 at the time. I think this anti-mage would have died.
For sure, yeah. So Kinguin losing 2 out of the 3 lanes, and honestly, these 2 lanes that they're losing are the lanes that needs to be doing at least okay, because they're the one that's going to be creating the space for the Dusa.
I mean, they're not doing like that bad. Obviously, it's not as good,
Radiant's
but
top tower
it's not
is under
it's not
attack.
bad.
Yeah. I guess Prophet does have 19 denies, which is actually like a ridiculous amount. And Patos is nearing his level 6.
They're trying to kill the Queen of Pain here, trying to bait here. Top score is ready. So we just scattered it out, it seems.
I think he's still fogged in Night. Man, this is ET is constantly giving like hella damage. Look at him go.
It's just a level 1, yeah. Imagine if it was level 3. Oh, roll in.
Okay, he gets the movement speed.
Okay.
It's like I'm out.
'Tis mine.
Pato's almost level 6. Beastmaster is almost level 7. Not here. I think, you know, the thing is, he was actually able to get so much as a Beastmaster with this build. If he really wanted to, he could just, like, constantly farm. It's like such a heavy farming build.
Oh, max WoW access. Okay.
Yeah. This is
I
like
mean, the new Soul Ring is so busted for Strength Heroes. In fact, he's going for a kill. Like, Eliza, I think it's dead. Or not. Do says here. In fact, it might be that Flo is dead. Dropping very low. Another Ice Vortex. Look at that deeps, dude.
just kidding. Ice Vortex is just... Ice Vortex and Chilling Touch just slows him down by so much.
Yeah, and the fact that Ice Vortex amps the Chilling Touch because it's magic damage. Oh, baby.
Yeah, and now Nisha, Mask of Madness. He's got everything he needs.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, yeah, if you look at Medusa, she's still a good hero. Like, she got nerfed a little bit, but she's still really good.
I mean, her nerf strength gain doesn't matter if she's not getting hit, right? I say that though. Here comes the gank party. Flo.
I mean, it kind of matters, right? It makes her a little less tanky, but at the end of the day, like, she's still going to be extremely tanky once she reaches that level 2 mark.
Are
She,
scanning.
she still farms just as fast.
It's like the clock, you know, it's a timing. And here we go. Nisha has a creep support to zone out a couple of these heroes. Flo's gonna be fine.
Oh, mid? Excalibur? Very nicely done. Cut score.
Sorry for missing that one.
Oh, and AA is now level 6, so... They have all the tools they need. They got the AA ulti, they got the clock ulti, they got the Nature's Prophet with the medallion, so he did go for the medallion at least. This adds like a ton of damage. Also opens up Roshan if they decide to go for that. But they have their global presence now pretty much, and they have a bunch of ways to set it up. Doesn't only have to be a clockwork. Like your Earth Spirit can also find people and then, you know, wait for an AA ulti Nature's Prophet teleport, for example.
At least from personal preference or personal experiences, I always find those across the map ice blasts pretty hard to hit, especially when you don't have like really hard setups. So I would say that
it depends. Like the way it works is you kind of like put in aggressive vision usually, and you just predict your opponents when they you know go through farming patterns, for example.
Mhm. And then you have to like pre-blast it almost.
And you just pre-blast, yeah. And then when you obviously when you have vision, everything becomes that much easier, right?
Right.
Like, yeah, like predicting where your enemy carrier is going to farm is not exactly difficult, right? To literally go from one camp to the other.
Ooh, great scan here. We'll catch out Patos on the back line.
If he stays, I mean, he might die here.
Rowan, that's gonna miss. Beastmaster, by the way, smoked up behind enemy line, so he can come in.
Radiant's middle tower.
Phase boot sold it.
And here we go. Roy's gonna happen out. Ice Blast gonna come in. Only hits one hero, but looks like Exotic Deer is gonna be out.
Damn, they threw everything at him.
Is under attack.
Katscore is having trouble landing his spells. Not that I don't think it will change anything, but
Top tower is under attack.
I feel like this game, the Earth Spirit has had very little impact. Although to be fair, Queen of Pain is not exactly the easiest lane to gank, and he did kill him once earlier with the MP.
I'm sure it's fine. He just needs to warm up. He's gonna get a 6 now. Just kidding. 1 EXP away.
By the way, Beastmaster queuing up Blink. Pretty non-traditional build, but I think in this game it makes a lot of sense, right? It's just about fighting this game.
It's gonna have to pay off. It's like it's always risky to pick up a Blink Dagger immediately.
Bottom tower is under
High score, a little bit slow connecting that stun. Quap blinks away. And makes them fine.
structures are fortified.
But Nisha
yeah,
is like farming out of control right now. How comes this AM is so far behind? I guess he doesn't have the battlefield yet. Now he has a finish.
Top tower is under attack.
So the race is on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I
attack.
mean, it's gonna be pretty even. Medusa farms like
Radiant's
just as
bottom
fast, I
tower
think.
has fallen.
The thing is, Medusa could actually push with the team, right? You kind of mentioned earlier that Medusa actually fights decently okay. Are you
Doesn't have Stone Gaze yet, though.
Radiant's
surprised.
bottom tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Are you surprised at all by the...
Radiant structures
Oh, hold that thought here. We're going to see it go on the mid lane. The silence going to be on Shadow Shaman. Quick kill. The trees are summoned. And they're going to poke at the tier 1 and the tier 2 simultaneously with Nisha hitting bottom side.
top tower.
Radiant will take the top tier 1. And they're getting to set up a gank here on the bottom side of the map. There is no Stone Gaze like you mentioned. But he'll just run himself out of there.
Yeah, I think even without Stone Gaze, it's still really hard to kill. And the thing is,
Under attack.
they don't know that. Right?
True.
Yeah, they have no idea. You can't exactly tell what his skill points are like, unless you're like.
Can you
really,
click
really
on him?
familiar.
I thought there's a thing that you could do to see.
Oh, like highlight the skill.
Yeah.
Indicator.
I mean, he could be holding the skill point, but...
That's true. Too.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at him. He's just doing whatever he wants.
Here
wanna
comes
stop
the
him,
smoke. Smoke's gonna get broken by Kotscore on the left side. Stone Gaze leveled up and used, and he's gonna be fine. In fact, he's standing around to take the fight with the team. Kotscore gonna roll in, misses everything as per usual. Kotscore gonna go down here. Ice Blast coming in hot. Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. It will hit at least Beastmaster.
I think Beastmaster should be dead. Yeah, he's dead.
I think he's fine, dude. Wait. Oh shoot. One takeoff.
I did the math. Don't worry.
Alright, you did the math. You're more Asian between the two of us. Huge ancient stacks here. Dusa will easily claim that one with the MOM. Oh my god, look at that full mana. Mystic Snake on ancients, dude.
The best thing ever. 10k net worth now. Interesting to see that his first item is Hurricane Pike. But it's gonna help his team a lot right now.
Against Aurora.
Like he's still. Yeah, exactly. Free kill.
Nisha dominating. And despite AM being a very good counter, this is going to be the game to test it. I have seen Dusa like not going for as many in items when you're up against the AM. So instead of going for like Scotty, they go SMY.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. I mean, the thing is, I actually don't even think it's like that big of a deal.
Uh-huh.
If you're letting an anti-mage hit you enough times to the point where
Whew.
you're no longer. Yeah, you see? The force staff.
AM, instead of going for the defense, is going to be split pushing top instead. Tier 2 already down to half HP. Looks like Clockwork is going to come and defend. We're really seeing the weakness of this Clockwork pick in this game. Really had a tough time laning bottom because you have zero chance of killing the AM. And also in the mid game. Does nothing against the AM as well. Stone Gaze gonna get used. Force Staff in to save his ally, and now it's gonna be Shadow Shaman dropping very low. Does not have the vision for the kill, but now Exotic Dare ports in, give him the vision for the kill. Kotscore rolling in as well, and now the tier 2 truly under siege, and it should go down to the Prophet. Wait. Backdoor protection kicks in.
I mean, it's gonna go.
Meanwhile, Anti-Mage looks like he's gonna get forced away. Nisha should go for the last hit here.
Paco just missed his hook as well. He tried to catch someone while they were running. Alright, Kinguin need to get out now. They want to take a fight because they saw everyone up there, but. Oh, Katsuo has to be careful. Like he has no rocks anymore.
Cocksore.
Cocksore. I didn't say cocksore.
that's what Boba said. Katsuo.
How did you pronounce it again?
Katsuo?
The seeds of
Yeah, Katsuo. Oh, yo, Ancient Apparition with the Kaya. Excuse me?
Well, I mean, I guess. I mean, the item is good, right?
It is, but so is the Force Staff, a Midas, a mech, anything.
That is true. That is true.
I
But
mean,
now
he
doesn't have mana issues.
Dude, he has so much spell amp. 20% spell amp between his talent and his Kaya. I guess this is a thing now.
You know, I wonder if
Oh, does it amp your Chilling
if
Touch?
it applies to. Yeah, I wonder if it amps your Chilling Touch like to everyone.
That
If
is
it
sick.
did, I mean, that's pretty
That's a
crazy.
lot.
Yeah.
Ice Blast gonna be there, and boom.
Wait, let's see the fight recap. Let's see how much damage that ice.
Radiant's
I mean, it totally didn't matter, but he did 280. That's it.
Dude, 280. Think about it.
Yeah.
Normally, right? Ice Blast is 250, right? And then there's the 25% amp, or sorry, magic resist,
Yeah, but he has Ice Vortex to reduce that, and then.
and then the amp. I know.
By the way,
Pure damage.
Kinguin is just gonna try to end the game here. Nisha walks up the high ground. And so much for anti-mage countering. It ain't countering shit if it's pushing you down right now, dude. The wards drop behind, and now
They're
Quab.
all dead.
okay. Anti-mage is not split pushing. No creep wave to hit the tier 2. Sonic Wave's gonna come in. Everybody's healthy. Excalibur trying to do what he can to get silence. The kick not gonna land, and now it's gonna be Flow in a lot of trouble. The roar's gonna be there. And now Anti-Mage has to blink back. Nisha is stunned up. But there's just no follow-up at all. They pop another drum charge. And they need a little bit more vision. And of course the vision is being provided by the AA. Tier 3 is going to go down. Nisha's going to stand in the high ground. Clockwork Hook coming in. Push back. Excalibur dead. What initiation from Pato. And now they're going to go on the Shaman. Shaman's also dead. The base is breached. Dusa pushing 20 minutes in. Forget the 200 or level 20 mana talent. Seems like Dusa's still OP. What's happening right now?
I mean, this is just great itemization. Maybe this is why he bought the Kaya. Like they probably realized they wanted to go high ground at this point.
I mean, I think that if they bought drums, probably is better. Or maybe Chilling Touch for everybody, extra damage on the buildings. Nisha now sieging it up. Anti-Mage on the backline being completely ignored. He's silenced up. The kick's gonna be there. Ice Blast gonna be there as well. Re-silence again. Perfect communication from the Kinguin boys. And now they are gonna force out the GG. 20-minute push from a Medusa lineup. Of course, the mid-profit had a lot to do with that, but man, what a game. What a strategy from Kinguin.
Well, you were calling it like a 4 protect 1. Nope, it was just a 5-man steamroll.
It's a push
There
strat,
wasn't
guys.
protect.
Yeah. Oh
That
man.
was so well executed.
Yeah, it was.
I honestly I don't even think it matters what he bought. But I don't think he bought this as like a troll item. I think
Kaya?
there's definitely like, yeah, I think there's definitely a good reason. I think he definitely values the spell amp as well as the mana cost reduction for this item.
For sure. I mean, like you said, AA always has mana issues, and once you get the item, you're pretty much set for the rest of your lives. So, well, that was definitely flexing the muscle here from Team Kinguin. Ends the game in 20 minutes with the MP and Dusa pushing lineup. We'll see what Double Dimension got. They are facing elimination in the next match. And of course, don't forget, the winner of this best of 3 will move on to the Grand Finals and face Penta Gaming. We'll take a short break. Game 2 is coming up next.